Yeah, a lot of families.
But congratulations to Muggs, who was able to pull that off. And that was this week's guest list.
The guest list.
This is Kevin in the Morning with Allie and Jensen, the world-famous K-Rock.
What's happening, Allie?
First of all, you're not off the hook for you're binging a show that none of us have heard of.
Yeah, during the break you said, I binged a TV show this weekend, and then you named it, and both Allie and I said, that's a fake show.
We're going to talk about that coming up.
Are we? Okay.
Because, guys, remember when we were talking about Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas writing pretty much a great 007 Bond movie theme?
Yep.
And we were wondering, do they know anything about the movie? Are they given, like, little hints, whatever? We now know. Phineas spoke about the track's origins in a new interview with British GQ, saying that it's based on the first 20 pages of the film's script. Here's what he said. He said, "We wrote No Time to Die on a tour bus." Which, again, I mean, either they're in their bedrooms or on a tour bus. They will not go to a studio.
No studio.
They refuse.
Studios will ruin the run.
It really will.
Yeah.
He said, specifically in the bunks of our tour bus, we were given the first 20 pages of the script. I guess that's up to the point when the song comes in during the movie, right? That's how all of the Bond films open up. So we were able to read the first 20 pages, which was obviously incredible. It gave us such a good steer and such insight into whether the song would fall, where the song would fall, and the tone. It makes it easier than having to write the whole song based on the entire movie, or in fact, none of the movie. So Billy and I wrote the song, recorded the demo, sent it to them, and we finished it in London. Listen to this. With Hans Zimmer doing the orchestral arrangements, and also Johnny Marr from the Smiths.
Wow.
I mean, James Bond, Hans Zimmer, Johnny Marr, mind-blowing. You think, Phineas?
Wow, that's crazy.
That's nuts, you guys.
That's high praise.
Can you imagine you wrote a song in your tour bus and then you hand it over to Hans Zimmer? He's like, I'll take it from here. And then Johnny Marr's like, me too, mate. What? I don't know.
Okay.
Wasn't great.
I liked it.
like that,
That's amazing, you guys.
Can we ask Kevin the show he's watching now?
Yeah, Kevin,
What's the TV show you're watching?
you binge watched.
I binge watched over the weekend.
Okay.
5 episodes of Strike Back.
And is
Strike
that
Back.
That's
soccer?
Not a show.
No, it's not soccer. It's British Special Forces. It's on Cinemax.
Scam?
Is it a scam? Are you
It's not
making
a
this up?
scam.
Is it a scam?
No, it's season 7, by the way.
I don't
Sorry?
even know what that is.
Season 7.
Sorry.
It is season
What?
7. Yeah.
And it's on Cinemax?
It's on Cinemax.
Cinemax. He's watching Cinemax.
Strike Back.
By the way, they began season 8.
Oh, 8. Okay.
Oh, 8.
Yeah.
That's what I'm binging then.
Unbelievable.
You're picking it up at season 8?
No, I watched every season.
You all
did
in a
not
weekend?
watch 7 seasons of a show.
I've watched the show over the years as it's been out.
So you've been watching a show for 7 years and we didn't know?
Yes.
What is it? Is your favorite food still lasagna? We're learning so much about you. I feel like we're just getting into Kevin.
That's such a good... It's a Kevin pick.
It is, because you love those special agents kind of shows.
Special Forces.
Wow.
Strike Back.
Strike Back. It's a pretty good show.
Wow.
Pretty
Did
good.
not see that coming.
Pretty good.
I thought you picked it up at season 8. I'm
Nope.
like, I feel like you need some background.
No, I have all background.
Okay, wow. All right.
Can I list off some of the stars? You told me if you've ever heard of them.
Yeah.
Philip Winchester.
No.
He's the star.
I remember him from Strike Back.
Okay.
Sullivan Stapleton, which sounds like a name I made up.
Sullivan Stapleton.
Michelle Lukes.
Nope.
Daniel McPherson and Warren Brown.
I don't know who any of those people are.
So it's a British show.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin, I respect it.
British Special Forces. It's great. Dave, the King of Mexico, he's the only other living person that I know that knows about this show.
Yeah, I've never heard of
That's it.
I don't get Cinemax, though.
Okay.
I only saw season 1, by the way.
Wow.
I mean, even he dropped out. He watched all of Big Bang Theory.
That's a lack of commitment on your part.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up with some birthdays. Dr. Dre, Ike Barinholtz, John Travolta, Molly Ringwald, and Yoko Ono.
Don't worry, 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 don't worry.
Stop doing that.
What do you think that one's called?
No idea.
I got a lot of worries.
All right. And that's what's happening.
Kevin in the morning, Kevin in the morning, Kevin in the morning.
With Allie and Jensen. K-Rock.
And Omar has stepped into the studio. He's the guy that got in a fight over a timeshare. Almost came to blows. Almost came to blows.
Stupid bitch-ass salesman.
The salesman-
pressure me.
Hey.
The salesman said, "Do you want to take this outside?" The salesman said that.
I didn't know where I was. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Is this really?
Well, you were nice enough to say, I'll give you the hour.
Yep.
And you're supposed to give me a gift card at the end of that hour.
A gift card and a cruise and some tickets to a buffet.
And you said, sure, absolutely. But I'm being honest with you. I'm only going to be here an hour, and I don't have any interest in doing this. And they said, that's fine.
Yep.
But when it came time to crunch time.
Yeah, they tried to pressure me, and I didn't have a good time during that one specifically. Really? Yeah, but I have had some success in this.
Really?
And
just sitting through the sales pitch?
Yeah,
not actually using a timeshare.
Right. No, never use a timeshare. But I'm sure people out there have use it and have a good time. And but
I think we all assume that.
I honestly, if I'm honest, I have no idea what a timeshare is. I know, like, you own a property or something, but you can only go certain dates.
You're basically
and other
right.
People
Yeah, you're
have
basically
it?
right.
Basically
That's
it.
It's a rental.
Yeah. Okay.
I assume the Airbnb industry has affected it.
Okay.
But it's sort of like you are guaranteed a vacation at a certain time every year.
Okay.
People have issues with that because you can't really mess with the dates too much.
Do you know the other people that own
No.
it?
No.
Oh.
No.
Ew.
It's like they sell every week
Yeah.
to somebody else.
Oh, you're kidding.
Now
No.
they give you lowered rates, but the problem is that you're locked in at certain points every year.
And you can never get out.
Well, that
You can
does seem
never
to
get
be a
out. There are
problem.
companies that are there to help you get out of timeshares.
You're
Yes.
kidding.
No, it's
Like
almost
to
impossible.
help you get out of the contract?
Yes.
Of it?
Yeah. But I mean, and that's why we're going to take calls about this, right?
Yeah.
At
yeah.
1-800-520-1067. If you've had positive or negative experiences with timeshares, because I've also heard every once in a while someone grew up with a great timeshare. I've heard people say that, like, oh, my parents had a timeshare and we loved it. Actually, I think my wife, I think she was involved in a very small timeshare as a kid with her parents.
He's like, I think actually we have a
I
timeshare.
think Danielle and I lived in a timeshare. It's weird because we move out every couple months to let a random family in.
Quite the
I'm
journey.
putting this together in
Wow.
my head. We live in a timeshare.
How about that?
No, I have heard some people have good experiences, so who knows?
Look, if I was going to get one, I would get one in, say, Vegas, a place that I know I'm going to keep going a couple times a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd use it, I would think.
I would think that would work because you know you're going to go there.
Right.
You know it's close enough. But we're talking about people who have like Orlando.
Like Bermuda.
Well, yeah, that for sure. But
Or
I'm saying
Hawaii
like,
even.
Orlando, right? Like somewhere that you know you'll go with your family. We want to go to Disney World,
Oh,
whatever.
makes sense,
But
sure.
the problem is kids with vacations, you can't predict where the dates are going to be, and then you're stuck with a week in Orlando and you don't have the correct dates. That's where people fall into trouble, I think.
Yeah, for years and years.
Yeah.
People fall into trouble. It's crazy.
What else have you gotten from these meetings that you steal from a corporation?
So yeah, I love just like sitting through these presentations because the one in Cabo was the best because we got a glass bottom tour.
Yeah.
One of those glass bottom boats. We got a dinner cruise, and I had my kids, so it was for 4 people.
Right.
We got a whale watching. And we also got some jet ski rentals.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For sitting an
for
hour?
1 hour.
And that person didn't fight you, didn't want to fight.
No, they didn't want to fight, but they did bring in like the closer,
closer, yeah.
and that I'm sure that happens, and they try to really pressure you. But at that point, I was just like, I'm not in the market, and I was just like la 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 la, and they knew I wasn't going to do it.
They're like, sir, can you take your headphones off?
Yeah,
Just for the closer.
Please.
Just for the closer.
Yeah,
We want the closer to
Stop
come
listening to
in.
music for a minute.
And then on my honeymoon, I also sat through one, and this was crazy because they escorted us to our room, and they're like, hey, if you sit through an hour presentation, you could have this room, and it was an upgraded suite. So we got the upgraded suite, and we got horseback riding and scuba lessons all just thrown in.
Honeymoon.
Yeah, it was cool.
And they didn't give you crap.
No, these people were super cool because they were like drunk during the presentation.
Sure.
They were just there partying, so they didn't really care. Yeah, so it was cool.
All right, we're going to take your calls. 1-800-520-1067. Yvonne, you hold on. Her parents have 3 of them.
Oh
And-
my God!
I'm excited to hear if it's good or bad.
And we will take the calls next on K-Rock.
Kevin in the Morning with Allie and Jensen. LANOC's Alternative Rock. KROQ.
Talking about timeshares, good or bad experiences. Yvonne, good morning.
Hi, good morning, you guys. How are you?
We are good, thank you. Tell us about your timeshare share.
Okay,
time.
so I wanted to get you guys up to speed on these timeshares.
Oh, okay.
I've had
good.
a lot of experience
Great.
experience managing my parents.
Oh,
So what it is you buy it up front, right? You pay a fee for it. And then when you want to actually use those weeks, and it depends on whether they give you 1 week or 3 weeks, you pay maintenance fees. it's like a quarterly maintenance fee, and they go up, and there's like a board of trustees and all this crazy stuff where you can vote. It gets very cultish, I guess you can say. So you have to be versed on what you're doing.
How is it so difficult to get out of? It seems like it would be a rent like anything else.
Yeah, we hired a company at one point to try to get out of it, and they totally gypped us. Like, they never called us back. We paid like $1,400 to try to get out of one
So
of them.
not only are timeshares tough, the people to get out of timeshares are tough.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. But yeah, so what you do is they'll give you a certain amount of weeks, and then you use it. They don't tie you into certain dates, but they will tie you into a location. Now, say I want to go to Europe. Mine is in Cancun.
Okay.
I want to go to Europe. I have to trade that week to a third party and pay a membership for them, which can range about maybe $600 to $700 for a 5-year membership.
Oh, wow. It's like the movie The Holiday.
Yeah, exactly. It's very similar. So it's a lot of money involved. Fortunately, my parents kind of can afford it, so I kind of tag on with them. My brother and sister hate me for that. But, yeah, there's a seminar that you usually have to participate when you get there, and they just try to keep you up to speed. And, of course, they'll
Wait,
be
you have to go to a
accounting.
seminar after you own it?
Yeah. And
What?
that's something that you do.
No!
They don't give you anything for that one.
What?
No. Well, they do. They'll give you, like, food and stuff.
Right.
And sometimes they give you booze, which is the good thing about it. But, yeah, there are it's pretty tricky. You just have to make sure. I mean, my parents are retired, so they take advantage of it. But you kind of have to have an open mind when you're going as far as, if you're really going to be utilizing it. If you're just a one-time vacationer, like maybe once every 3 years, it's not going to work for you. But
They somehow talk you into it, though. You end up feeling like this is the best thing ever.
They do. And then usually these places are beautiful. They're very luxurious, especially the ones in Mexico. We just traded to Cabo, and instead of paying for a double room for $1,700, we got it for $250. But the dates are kind of weird. You have to go, and it's very you just have to be really well informed, and then it'll work out.
Yvonne, you've sold me on this because I love seminars. So I don't even like traveling.
Are you guys interested in?
No. Get out of the phone.
No, thank you.
106.7 KROQ-FM. It's Kevin in the Morning with Allie and Jensen.
We are talking about timeshares, good and bad. Peyton is on the phone from Mission Viejo. Good morning, Peyton.
Good morning, guys. How are we doing?
We are good, thank you.
Good. So I thankfully have not had too many issues myself. My parents, so I'm one of 6 kids, where when we were kids, they decided to buy a timeshare close to Disneyland, thinking that we would go every year, prices would stay around the same, everything would be perfect. But unfortunately, we only used it maybe twice in the entire time my parents have actually owned it, and every year they've been pretty fortunate to rent it out. And now they have another timeshare actually with Marriott, which they go to Maui every year pretty much.
Okay, so they use it every year when they go to Maui?
They use the new one they have, but they have one. They've had one since I was a kid. I'm 29 now.
Wow.
And they've had it since I was probably about 6 years old, I would say.
So,
and they could never get out of it.
Okay, question about the Disneyland one. So they've only went twice in those almost 30 years, and then
maybe twice, yeah.
Yeah, so then they're able to rent it. Do they make a profit on that rental, or are they just trying to keep the money they end up paying out in maintenance kind of thing?
Pretty much they're breaking even at that. Yeah, they sometimes make a little profit, but usually just breaking even.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, tons of work. I mean, and those and all
Way too much work, right?
The seminars. Oh boy,
is it a cult?
No, it's
it's a cult, right?
It is. It is.
All right.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Right.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Xenu comes down at the end of the vacation. Yeah.
Let's go to Jennifer in Claremont. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We are good, thank you.
A long time, first time, and
Thank you,
really like the show. I miss Bean, R.I.P. Bean, but I wanted to say the show's great now.
Thank you, Jennifer.
I have had a great experience with my timeshare. I bought one in Cabo San Lucas over 20 years ago, and I figured out when I was buying it the price. I just divided it, and it worked out to having like $120 a night hotel room for a week. So I figured anywhere I go, I would pay that much money for a hotel room, probably, vacation.
Sure.
And then I did join the club where you can trade it with other ones. I've traded it to Hawaii and all different kinds of places. You can trade it for cruises. You can trade it for New York City. So
it just seems like a lot of work.
I don't know, but she's making it seem so simple.
It's pretty simple. I mean, I pay the maintenance fees, but it's once a year. I have to deposit your weeks to get them, and the longer they're deposited, the more trading power you have. So you can you can upgrade your room to a nicer room, like, to a 1-bedroom or something like that sometimes, depending on how long and where you're trading. They do have rules like I can't trade for another one in Cabo San Lucas. I have to go to mine.
Right. So you have to stay within your